Okay, good morning. So we're on to the next part of the project now, which will be pond 3. So sorting pond 3 out. So basically what I'm going to have to do now is all that floor's got to come out, the whole lot. And then I've got to, obviously that's got to come out. Got to sort this piping out and then get rid of all these pipes up here. And then what I'm going to try and do today is approximately there. 4-inch core hole's got to be drilled through there, and then hopefully that'll come out around here-ish. And then what I've got to do then is I've got to try and set up putting an easy pod in there. So I've got to make sure that that fits as well. So complicated stuff. And then what I'm going to do then is exactly the same as what I've done previously on pond 1. So that'll come through a 10,000 variable, possibly a 20. It depends how we're looking at it at the moment. So it'll come out into 10/20 variable. That will then come in. To be honest, it's probably going to be a 10,000. I don't think there's much point doing 20,000. It's going to be a waste of time. So I'll put a 10,000 in, and then I'll run into a Tempest or a Surge, depending on which one I've got available at the time. Then that's going to run straight into a backy shower, and the backy shower again they'll have canator in it. The idea is, so easy pod will be down there. This will come out temporarily. I'm going to modify these shelves up here, modify all these shelves up here, so it'll come up into a Tempest and then a direct run straight into a backy shower. And I want to look at putting the backy shower there. That's where I want to look at doing it. So obviously, yes, we've got loads of space over here, but I'm thinking now possibly things like bonsais or something over there. I'm not 100% at the moment, but I want to put the backy shower there mainly so I can get to it, because the problem is because of how I've designed these ponds, I never thought about the implications of what needing to get in there and do bits and pieces in there. So, but it's one of them, and it's the nature of the beast. Again, all that will run on 2-inch pipe straight through, with the exception to the rule of the outlet from the easy pod to the pump. Because the pump, I think, is 1.5-inch diameter, not 2-inch diameter. So it'll come out the pump at 1.5-inch, direct into a 2-inch, straight up the wall. Again, there'll be a couple of slide valves on there as well, same as what I did on the Surge. But I'm going to use soft slide valves. But what I'm going to do is, slide valves are not going to be. So you know when you've got the flow going that way, slide valves aren't going to be up. One of the things that I've found so far is dirt, muck and stuff, when it's facing upwards, will get stuck inside the rubbers on the side valve. So over time, when you're lifting it up and you're pushing it down and you're lifting it up and pushing it down, shit will build up in the seals in between. So when you push the valve down, right down, sometimes you can't shut it properly. By putting it long ways, so you'll have the pipe going vertical, won't you? So you'll have the pipe vertical. By having a slide valve on the horizontal, in theory, shit can't get in the seals. So I'm going to use slide valves on here instead of ball valves for that reason. Obviously, if the slide valve I was going to be using on the horizontal, slide valve using on the vertical, then obviously I want to make sure no shit goes into it. So that's why I'm going to do that anyway. So I'm going to plod on with this. I've got to hoover out the sump as well. So I'm going to hoover that out, and then I'll catch you later. Okay, so we're late afternoon. Managed to get the hole drilled in. What a ball like that was, to be fair. Trying to use a core drill trying to use a core drill into fiberglass and then fibre wood is mad. I'll show you where we am now. So as you can see, the hole's in there now in place. The hole is located there, down there, look. And when I say fibre wood, that's what I mean by fibre wood. So it's not, they're not sleepers, they're those things. So if you look at them, there, look. There's my finger. See, they're fibres, and they're a ball ache to get to do. So that's done now. So we're going to knock it on the head now today. And what we need to do is get it sealed tomorrow, and get tank connector in there so it's done. So yeah, so we'll catch you tomorrow. Okay, good afternoon. So if you remember last time I turned around and said it was a mess in the koi house, that's an understatement. You want to see now. Absolute mess. But these things are here to test us, aren't they? So pond one's virtually finished. So there's a few bits and pieces, minor tweaks I've got to do on that now. So pond 3, we've had to drill a 4.25 core drill hole straight through the sleeper, straight through the fiberglass. I've got to be honest with you, my bottom was going like that, to be fair. But I couldn't get down, my back's knackered, so Tracy's had to do it. And to be fair, you know, it was a pretty powerful tool that we was using, so I'll show you. So it was that. And obviously we were doing this on the park side. So yeah, so and to be honest with you know, Tracy did her best, and fair play to her, she did do her best. But I want to try and get the hole straight if I could. That's what I ended up with. Fair play to her, she did the best she could, and I'm not going to criticise it at all. Anyway, as a result, because it went in an angle, the Tommy drain ended up going in an angle as well. I tried everything to try and get it in as far as I could, but basically what I've had to do is supersede it with CT1. Pushed in as far as I could get it, and then now basically what I've got is it's on a slight angle, slight tilt like that. Nothing major. And I'm testing it now. I'm testing it for water tightness now as we speak. So show you where we are. Obviously this has got to be cleaned again yet, so there's just debris in the bottom of where we've scrubbed and just left all the shit in the bottom. So I'll show you where we are now. So that's the water level, and that's the Tommy drain at the bottom. So as you can see, all I've done is I've just left the water slightly above it, so I can see if I've got any leaks in any shape or form. So obviously it's a bit of a mess around here. So, and that's how it's going to come out. Now it's going to come out through there. You can see it's a mess in there as well. So all this will be tidied up at some stage. I'm going to modify those over there as well, because I've got to come down lower. And then obviously I can only get the one easy pod into there now. So I'm going to modify all this. So we'll probably be able to walk up to about there, which is enough. And then obviously modify these to drop these down lower, and then put the braces in across there as well. So when I put the decky boards on, I can work around that as well. So that's the plan with that so far. So I'm going to leave this now for 48 hours. Just see if the water drops down. There's no point doing anything else in here for the time being, so catch you back on the next one. So good afternoon. So obviously did a water test on pond 3, and the way we connected at the bottom drain didn't really work. So guess who I've got here? So hi Scrag.
Afternoon.
There you go. So it's the old MS300 that's going on there now, so I can get that modified. So, and I've got Pete, how did you get on with your pond?
What pond?
Oh, you ain't got one now, have you?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's filled it in. Yeah, right. He's putting a video out at some stage. I think it's this week or next week. When's your video going out? Oh, his video's going out this afternoon, so obviously this will be the next week after the week after the week. I'm going to put this out because I'm still working on this, so I ain't going to put this video out until we've got this finished. So I've got Scrag doing this, making a few modifications as well to the drain itself, and catch you back later. Okay, so good morning. So a bit of an update as well now. So I've had the koi keeper and Scrag 68 came over last week, basically to get the window fitted. So I'll show you that now. Looks pretty good as well, to be fair. So there you go. It's only a small window. It's only a small window. But the main reason for the window isn't for it to be a window. I know it sounds daft, but obviously this time of the year it's around 13-14 degrees in here, so it's pretty good for the fish anyway. However, when it comes to the quarantine and it comes to the heat ramping and stuff like that, then the glazing, so I'll show you again, the glazing will come out literally, and the heat source pump will actually fit in that window. I've got a couple of modifications to make here, so a couple of pipe holes, and literally there'll be a pump in the water. The pump will come straight into the heat source and then straight back out again, so it's only one pipe, one pump for one heater, specifically for that, nothing else. So that's pretty good. Obviously I've got the feeder on here as well. So yeah, up to pond 3 now to try and get pond 3 sorted and get that nearly done now as well. So I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so good afternoon. A couple of hours in messing about. So as you know, in pond 3 we got the bottom side draining, Scrag got that sorted. Managed to get some water in it so we could test it. It was good. So what I managed to do then was get a slide valve in the side and then get the easy pod in. I'll show you that now so you can see that. So as you can see, there's a slide valve, there's a side drain that comes in there, comes underneath into the ball valve and then comes into the easy pod. So that will be waste, so that's obviously the waste pipe that's underneath, so that'll loop straight into that. And then all I've got to do then is I've got to get some piping and sort the piping out for there, and then I've got to try and get it up onto the tempest, which has got to be cleaned and sterilised, and then I've got to run from there to there. I don't really want to run straight because I think it'll look horrible, and again I don't really want to come down too much like that if I can get away with it, so I'm going to have to have a bit of a play about with stuff like that. In hindsight that should have been brought down lower, but you can see that I didn't have any space there anyway. I'm limited on space and I'm trying to utilise everything that I can possibly utilise here. So I'll do this, sorry, hands in the way. I'll do this now and see how we get on, and then I'll come back to you. Okay, so I've been at it all day now. Dave's come over to give me an hand there as well to just get all the finer bits now. But still work in progress. Still got to do some cleaning and got to put the paper in. I'll just show you where we are now. Like I said, all that's got PP's got to go in there. That's already been cleaned out before, but again PP's going in there. And then we've got this up and running now. So that's a lot better. And the dynamics on here now has changed so much as well. It's made the pond look bigger as well. So we'll show you that as well. So if you have a look now, it actually looks massive now compared to it. It was quite deceiving. So that's the best part of pond 3 completed now. Like I said, this will have a major dose of PP over the next 3 or 4 days, just to get everything nice and sterilised. And then what I'll do then is I'll start cycling this for the next week or so, and then I'll put a couple of fish in there to get it up and running. As you can see, our Dave is. Look at this. Look at the bruise he's got. Look at the bruise. Hey, how are we going on with those fishes? Always a tart. Always a tart. So I'm going to leave it to... It's a fishes! So we had some fun yesterday, to be fair, with the fishes and stuff. So getting them... They should be out on video in the next couple of days to showcase those in advance. So yeah, so basically what I'm going to do now for the time being, I'm going to leave it at that. So in the short term, you be safe, keep everybody good, catch you soon.